Good, sure tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And he's going to have a Texans first down on a well-designed play to get 16 to keep the drive going.
First down. First down at the 20-yard line.
To throw, it's Stroud.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Second down throw for Stroud. Throw on the run is complete. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Texans. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
Mike Wiestat was saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Jackson now to throw on first down. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And it'll bring up second down. Middle. From the gun, Jackson. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Raven first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. Rolling right. He's going to keep it himself. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
The defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down. Now, Jackson. Will swing this out wide to Irving. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. So, we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Texans who have the early lead. More from Houston coming up in a moment. So, here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
No, we changed it.
Here's Jackson. Forced out wide. He runs with it. And he's going to be out of bounds following a gain of about 5 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Jackson. That's McLaurin open on the left side. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with 1st and goal.
Omar ready?
1st and goal, Baltimore.
Here's a run. And he's into the end zone. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Ravens. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. No problem there on the extra point, and the Ravens will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive. will begin there.
Their own 24-yard line.
Here we go, let's go. Nine.
Finding room at the 35. Still going. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 75 yards. Touchdown, Houston. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
Ka'imi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. On the return, this is down. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
13.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but down around the 15-yard line. It's a big one for the Ravens. 55 yards on the game.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover.
And he will get into the end zone. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Ravens. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4.
Extra point is good.
What a standout performance early on in this one. That's his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Look at high. Here we go. 18.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. Flush to his right. Back deep for Olave. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. It is a big-time play for Houston. And even 50 yards. On 1st down, it's Stroud. A toss left side, caught by his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, a pickup of 5. Here comes 2nd and 4.
Here's a pickup of 6.
Stroud.
2nd and 4.
Moving to his right. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Look at high. 19 tech. Wide zone. Hey, no more. On the quick.
Stroud gonna set up the throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. C.E. Lamb. Touchdown, Houston. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead.
Ka'imi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. On the return, this is down. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
At their own 26-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. The motion man here is McClure. Now it's Jackson. He'll take this one up close to the first down marker. Spot it where the slide begins. That's a pickup of about 9.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down in the ground.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down. On first down, here's Irvin. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
This offensive line continues to be very physical at the point of attack. They've been able to give their backs plenty of room to run. That's why they've already eclipsed the century mark here in the opening half.
That is caught. And he's in. Jameson Williams. Touchdown, Baltimore. First touchdown of the game for the man who leads the NFL in TD grabs.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. And when you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield, it doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
And a decent return there. Let's get this up just shy of the 30.
On the quick, right?
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down. Stroud to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. The Texans getting all set to punt. This fielded inside the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Irvin. And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Jackson now on second down. Oh no, back over the middle. It's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Azeez Al-Shire. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. Now, here comes a return from the 9. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of their 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And a good run there to get him 5 yards. from the 29. Here's second down and 4.
Brings up second and 4 at the 29-yard line.
A third down. We're trying to get it on the ground. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Got it into the hands of Olave. And he is very close to the first down, but eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the top. They'll run with Irvin. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Second down. Jackson. Forced out left. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. First down, Baltimore.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
The shotgun, here's Jackson.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on first down.
Jackson looking to throw. That's a short one, caught by Laporta. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
On the ground, it's Irvin. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
He's brought it up at the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
13.
Back to throw, Jackson. And he'll take this one in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening.
His kick is good.
The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs could be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
He's going to get this to the 37-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
First and 10.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for first and 10. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
Jones on the stop. Tackled back at the 33-yard line.
They'll stick with him again. And he is not going to get away. Might have got the yard, but it will set up third down.
A gain of 1 brings up third and 12.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down. So, a pair of first downs moves them out to the 47-yard. And it's first and 10.
47-yard line.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Set to go now on first and 10. Here's Stroud. He'll get this out quickly to Lamb. And he's not going to get too far and tackled after a gain of just a yard. Just shy of midfield. Here's second down.
At their 49-yard line.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's another Texans first down. First and 10 at the 40.
Stroud to throw here on first and 10. That's down the field for Lamb. And he's in! C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Texans. That is second touchdown tonight. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Here's Williams on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. I'm going to go. Jackson now to throw on first down. Pass pulled in by Irvin. He's not going to get too far. Tackle after a gain of just a yard. From the gun, Jackson. Out to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. First down, Jackson. Moving outside the pocket, and he'll give himself up here. It's a gain of 5 on first down.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they failed to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
They'll run it. It's Irvin. And nice work here. He's got the first down to about the 30-yard line. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's first and 10. They'll stick to the ground. And he's not going to outrun the defense. They push him back out of bounds. A loss of a couple.
All week long, they stress, Mike, that we have to get as many defenders to this ball carrier as possible. They know he's going to make some guys miss. He's going to be hard to get on the ground. But you can see the effect of running into the ball as it had here. They're able to take him down, and they're able to do it for a loss. Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
They'll drop to throw. Forced to his right. Taking off, he'll try to get there. He'll get a dozen out of that one. Scrambling his way to a first down.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
They'll run here. Not much there. Maybe a yard. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. And they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
At the 16-yard line.
They'll come up for second and 9. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. That's right side and brought in by Williams. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second. And they stop it with 22 ticks left on the clock here in the fourth. Jackson on 3rd and 2. And he's got the first down. He'll slide to a stop and take it to 1st and goal.
4 yards. At the Baltimore first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now the Ravens use their first timeout. And a little chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. So on is Tyler Loop in a big spot. This to win the game. Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. This kick is good. And that very likely will be a game winner.
And that's just got to be a great feeling over on that sideline, Mike. I mean, an excellent job by this offense to give yourself a chance to win it. And then this kick. I mean, what's left to be said? It was never in doubt, and it's going to lead this team to a victory.
And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Look to hot. Hey, south. Out.
Here we go. One final play. That's deep for Olave. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. And the Ravens are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal the game. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. What a finish to this one. The defense comes up with the interception in clutch time.